What's up, guys? This is Alex bringing you how to save Jake Finch in Fallout 4. So when you're in the forge, you come into this room and then you get initiated into a speech, sequence there. During that speech sequence, I just start turning both joysticks and start looking at the ground. And this gets me out of the speech so I don't have to worry about staying down there. And then what I decided to do is walk up here next to this guy, and then eventually get out of that sequence and try to avoid the cutscenes. That way you're up here, and it's a lot easier to save Jake if you're up here next to this guy instead of being down there. And, well, I mean, there's a couple ways you can approach this. You can also just talk straight to Jake and tell him not to kill that guy, but then you run into more problems because you don't have enough charisma, you can't do it. And I'm not sure if Jake can die. I think they might actually try to kill him if you tell him not to kill that guy. So it'll just keep talking to each other, and eventually Jake's going to ask you what to do. And then for these, I just press Y the entire time, because my charisma's not high enough to pass these speech contests here. So I'm just going to press Y, and eventually he does what I want just by giving him regular answers using Y. So he'll just keep talking. I don't need to use the yellow options, the green ones work fine. And then eventually here, I'm going to ask him what's it going to be. So then he decides he's not going to kill that guy, and then everybody here is about to try and kill me. So I'm going to take some jet, get some mines, and toss some mines behind this guy. I think it was a good idea at the time. Probably didn't need to do it, but I thought it was a cool idea, and it didn't really hurt me very much. Deacon got blown up, but our companions can't die, so I think it didn't really matter because he's okay. So I toss some mines down here. Nobody's turning red yet, this is good. And they're about to. Keep tossing those, and I'm just going to shoot the trip mines. Blow this guy up. Boom! Check out the guy in front of me, and now Slag is still alive, Deacon's still alive, and even though he really should have been blown to pieces. I'm just using a combat shotgun. There's a critical hit right there. Just keep shooting him until he dies. He's really, I don't know, he's not that strong, I guess. He's kind of strong, but his shots, if you just use jet a lot, they don't really hit you. He kind of hurts you, but not very much. So I'll hit him a couple more times. I just start spraying at him, hoping I get him without having to reload too many times. See, Jake is still alive down there. That's good. That's what we want. You don't want him to die. And then that guy actually pushes him into the fire and then ends up saving him, I think. Either he can't die or he can, but the fire actually saved him. So I'm thinking, okay, he's fine. I don't really know what to do. How do I get him out of there? He ends up getting out on his own, so I went to go check out this terminal over here, which is Slag's terminal. I hacked it. It's just some records and stuff. Don't really need to look at it. So now that we've done that, we have just saved Jake Finch, and here's the shish kebab. Look at that. That's the special sword from his farm. And then I became really over encumbered, so I'm just going to speed this up because nothing really happens. Except I did find a bobblehead. There's a bobblehead on top of that little circuit breaker, the explosive bobblehead, pretty cool. But as you'll see, Jake is no longer in that fire. He actually got out, and he somehow got down there. So Jake Finch is now saved. I'm no longer over encumbered, and that's how you save Jake. So thanks for watching, guys, and please sub and like.
Wait, I'm sorry, I messed up, I panicked.
What were you doing with those guys anyway?
Yeah. Well,
I thought we'd be raiding outside of the Commonwealth, and that if I joined them, I could provide for my family.
I don't know. God, my dad's right. I'm such an idiot.
Look, I should probably try to go home and make amends. I know I've got no right to ask, but I bet if you're there to explain, things with my dad would go easier. I bet if you bring my great-granddad's sword, he'll make it worth your while. He always tries to deal fair with people. I'll wait for you by the overpass near the farm.